So, welcome to a uncut video. I'm not going to be doing a voiceover this time. Alright, so in today's video, I'm going to show you guys my very small collection of beetles. I don't have a huge collection of beetles anymore because I'm keeping other invertebrates mainly. And also, obviously, mainly arachnids, scorpions, etc. But I still want to show you guys my beetle collection because one of you guys mentioned, oh, would be cool to see the beetle collection. So first of all, I've decided to show you guys the Dynastes hercules, an OG beetle. So the sun today is very strong, which is a good thing because I've got good lighting right here. Here is my medium-sized to small-sized Dynastes hercules. It's only around 120 something millimeters, so it's not the biggest out there. There are obviously a lot of bigger ones out there. I do remember that the Beetle record for these guys is over 180 mm. Beetle, if you guys don't know, Beetle is basically the Guinness World Record of beetles. A magazine publication based in Japan, where if you have a new record-sized beetle that you want to ask Beetle to review, then you can send those specimens to Beetle, and then they can include that into their magazine. So, very nice, cool species. It's not lychee, it's not other subspecies, but it's the DHH Dynastes hercules. Yeah. So that's the male. And females do not have horns, as you guys all know. So here's the female. So she's in a relatively smaller sized container right now because I want to ensure that she's a freshly emerged beetle. So the issue with freshly emerged beetle is that we oftentimes think that beetles need large amounts of space, but it's not necessarily true. When a beetle has too much space, what happens is when they're freshly emerged, they oftentimes have trouble with walking and getting on their feet. So if your container is slightly smaller, where the cork bark actually fills up most of the container, this is actually a very good start for them once they've emerged for around 2 to 3 weeks and they are starting to they start to show signs of eating. So when that happens, make sure that you've got enough cork bark. Either you've got tons of cork bark loaded into the enclosure, or B, just use a smaller enclosure because they won't be moving around too much. They're not too active yet once they're freshly emerged. When you see that they're more active and they start flying around inside the container and they're showing signs of scratching the walls of the container, then you can consider switching to a larger sized one. But even if you switch to a larger sized container, what's going to happen is that they will end up scratching the walls or edges anyway. Whoa, this guy's trying to escape.
Come get some.
Well, let's move on to the next one. I think this would be a good species to introduce next. So this is the Megasoma Mars. As you can see, it's still a bit red, and it's a failed emergence beetle. So there's we call this a Y tail. So Y because it's shaped like a Y. But the reddish sort of hue means that this is still a very freshly emerged beetle. It's not eating yet, so I'm just keeping it in here until it shows signs of eating. Amazing species, one of my favorite. I think they are one of the heaviest beetles in the world. Aside from Megasoma Mars, obviously there's also the Actaeon, which is also one of the heaviest, and then we've also got the Elephas, Megasoma elephas. So the Megasoma genus actually has some of the heaviest beetles in the world. Amazing species, fantastic. These guys are beautiful. This one right here is a 111 millimeters, so slightly shorter than the Dynastes hercules, but looks a lot bigger in size because of these the width. Here is the female, by the way. She's also a freshly emerged female, so that's why she's inside all the substrate. There we go. Here's the female. Looking very nice. The sun today is so good, and the lighting is so great. Like, oh my god. All the details my phone can pick up is amazing. And if you guys haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to the channel. I see that some of my videos have a few thousand views. Some of them have over, I think, 10,000 views. but I've only got like 700, just over 700 subscribers. So if there are more subscribers, I'll use that money to buy a better camera and then make better quality videos. Maybe hire a professional editor so I don't have to edit it myself, and hopefully I can create better content for you guys as well. I honestly just hope that these videos are more educational.
I don't think you have any idea how fast I really am. I'm fast.
And yeah, and that these videos can actually help you guys learn something and also entertain some of the hobbyists out there. You know, people like me who wants to watch more channels. You know, growing up, I watched the Dark Den the most. Shout out to Dark Den. But yeah, I just feel like everyone on YouTube who owns these animals can share a little bit of their collection, right? Here is the, forgot the name of the species. I think it's called Streptocerus speciosus. Yeah, Streptocerus speciosus. Where's it from? Yeah, it's from Chile. So a Chilean, almost like a rainbow stag beetle type of shine to it. Female's right next to it, by the way. Here's the male. I'm just gonna show you guys the male. Amazing species as well, fantastically beautiful. And actually, fun fact: stag beetles have very short lifespans, but these guys, they actually have a longer lifespan. I think on average they have like at least 2 years, 1 to 2 years of lifespan. So their lifespan is on par with like some Dorcus species. Let me just show you guys with less sunlight. See if I can get a. No, I think this is better. Yeah. So these guys can actually live up to 1 to 2 years. There's some blue hue on it as well. Some blue on the legs as well. So it's a long living species, and it's also very easy to care for. Oftentimes with these giant beetles, they finish their beetle jelly very quickly. I have to switch out these jellies maybe every, I think 2-3 days or so. They start to finish halfway through it and it kind of stinks. Whereas these guys, they're actually, you know, it's like once a week type of thing or once every 2 weeks kind of thing. They don't even eat that often. So I think these guys are actually great species to keep as your first beetles. I'm gonna move these out the way now. So the guy that kept running is actually a Dorcus species from Borneo. And yeah, it likes to play dead, but I want to show you guys the bottom of this stag beetle because it's so beautiful. There's like golden microscopic hair running through its body, and you can see it's like shining rainbow. It's reflecting rainbow on these mini granulations, like these microscopic granulations. It's an amazing species. There's some more hair on their mandibles. There's some hair, golden hair on the legs as well. But the bottom side of this stag beetle is definitely very fascinating. I don't see a lot of species from Dorcus having this much hair on them. Here is the flip side of it. There you go. These guys actually has a very interesting trait. If you give them kinshi bottles during their larval stage, what's going to happen is actually a lot of times their head. Oh shoot! No! You okay, buddy?
Yeah, boy.
He's fine. So back to the main point. A lot of times, if you give these guys kinshi bottles, what's gonna happen is their head is actually get wider, with their mandibles becoming shorter, and they don't look that great when their heads are so wide and their mandibles are so short. I personally think this is like the good ratio, right? Long mandibles, slimmer body, more narrow frame. Dorcus genus are one of the best stag beetles to keep because of their long lifespan, and they are so hardy. These guys are like super hardy species, so a great one to start off with. All right, enough of this one. I'll move on to the next one. Oh, and by the way, yeah, these guys are still in tissue boxes because newly emerged, but as you can see, the tissue are getting shredded a little bit, so I think it's about time it can eat soon. I'll give it another week and monitor this guy closely. But I think he's about to be able, he can eat soon. He was standing on my hand fine, fell just now, tripped just now, but I think he'll be ready to eat soon. Next guy. Oh, wait, sorry. Female. So, female is eating already. Likes to play dead, so yeah, does that. Gets all its legs up, and then, you know, just sort of like plays dead with you. Also has like these small gold hair on the underside, but not as pronounced as the male. Some on its legs, some on the underside, nothing too special. Which means, moving on to the next one. One of my favorite Dorcus species, the Dorcus palawanicus. Ow, 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 whoa, the claws are super sharp. Oh my god, it's super painful. Okay, there we go. It's a tiny specimen. It's not huge, okay? I think this one's only like 88 millimeters. So 88 millimeters is like average. It's not like huge, it's not super tiny, but it's average. These guys can actually get super big. I don't remember the Biqua size, the Biqua record size for this species, but they're super aggressive as well. So if I put my finger in between the mandibles, I'll probably get my thumb not snapped in half, but like, you know, it sort of will bleed. Cute eyes, really cute eyes. I want to show you guys a side-by-side comparison. I think I've got a dried specimen of this. So I couldn't find my dried specimen, but I do have a 1-to-1 ratio poster of all the beetle and its record sizes. This is a old poster, so the record size should be updated. But this was the record size back then. It was 111 millimeters, which was my previous Dorcus palawanicus size. I think it was 110, 101, something like 111, something like that. But here is a side-by-side comparison. So the 80 something millimeter to 100 something millimeter is a huge difference. Not only in the length of it, but also in the width of it. This one has a juicier ass, whereas this one has a skinny ass. Not that skinny ass is bad, but juicy ass is my preference. And then finally, here is the female for the Dorcus palawanicus. Also pretty cute. This is my humble little beetle collection. It's not a lot, but I do hope that you guys enjoy this short video of me sharing some knowledge, sharing some of my collection. I've downsized my beetle collection a lot. I used to have way more than this, probably at least 5 times as this collection right here. Not including the larvae and the eggs or whatnot. But yeah, my beetle collection used to be a lot bigger than this. Until I've decided, you know what, it's too high maintenance as a pet. And I just prefer keeping scorpions, tarantulas, centipedes, you know, low maintenance pets. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, please subscribe. Even if you don't like or comment, at least subscribe, please. Because I really do want that subscription ratio to be a bit higher. With so many views, I would really appreciate that. And I promise I will use that money if I can. Like, my channel's still far away from monetization. But if I can, I'll use that money to build better videos. Make better videos and hire a professional editor. Anyway, see you guys in the next what is wrong with me? See you guys in the next episode. Bye.